Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome back to the Brownstone. My name is Rich Brown. Once again, no theme song, but I'm getting there. Listen, give me a little bit of time, and I'll either bring the first theme song back, or I'll make a whole new one, and it'll be even better than the last. Let me know what you prefer. Huh? All right. In this lesson, I don't know if you saw the last lesson that I put up quite recently, but this is going to be part 2 of that. In that lesson, we talked about taking 4/16 notes and playing different groupings by taking a note away. This time, we're going to do the same thing, but I want to shift that whole group of 16th notes by a 16th note. So then what happens is we do the same exercise, but now everything is going to start on the E of 1, which makes for an interesting challenge, but also makes for some very cool rhythms. I'm just going to focus on one note. Like in the last video, I talked about how we can change the notes around and use different notes. In the example that I used was taking the chord tones of a G minor chord. But you can take any note, any set of notes that you want. Any group of 4 will work. So experiment with that. For today, I'm just going to use the note G. That's it, just one note. Because I want you, this is going to be a little bit more challenging for a lot of people. These are the more syncopated rhythms in the bar. They're kind of trickier to catch. So I'm just going to focus on one note for today and have you focus on one note. And once you feel that you're comfortable with that, then you can change the notes around, mix up the groupings and add some harmony and flavor to your rhythms. So let's jump in like this. So in the last video, I took 4 notes starting on beat 1, and it sounded like this: 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we just took a note away and went through the bar that way. I went through the sequence that way. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to start on the E of 1, 1 E, right? Which means when we start, our group of 4 will sound like so: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. So the 16th note after the 1, 3, 4, 1. Right? That's going to be our note grouping for today. 3, 4. So those are our 4/16 notes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing that we did in the last lesson. So we're going to take away one note at a time and play the different rhythms that result from these little subtractions. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by playing the 4/16 notes starting on the E of 1, and then we'll do our little subtractions. The first note that we're going to take away will be the second note of our 4-note sequence, right? So if I've got 1 E and a 2, the second note is going to be the and, which leaves me with E a 2. Bop, bop, bop. So now that we've got that happening, we know what that sounds like. Let's take it to the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting with the 4/16 notes. 3, rushing there. There we go. 3, 4, 1. So we have our 4/16 notes down. And now I'm going to take away the second note. Right? Yeah. Very cool rhythm. I like it. Nice. And then once that's feeling comfortable, whoops, only when that's feeling comfortable will I move on to the next rhythm. Right? So for my next rhythm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the third note of our 4-note sequence, which means we'll have E and, take away the ah, and then we land on beat 2. E and 2, right? E and 2. We've already established the rhythm is going to be the E, the and then beat 2. So once we feel comfortable with where the groove is sitting in the body, right? You can feel it. You can start to move to it. Feels good. Then you can just play the rhythm. E and 2. If you want, you can count it out first and then take it to the bass. So if I think about it, E and 2, 3, 4. E and 2, 3, 4. Now that I know the rhythm, take it to the bass. Very cool. One thing you can do, if you're feeling really comfortable with the groove, then maybe you can play around. There's a lot of space happening between those phrases. So maybe you can fill the space in a way, any way that you see fit. Now you're really being creative. Check this out. For the last part of this exercise, you have a choice. You can either take away the first note or you can take away the last note. You know what? You can even do both. How about that? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take away, let's say, the first note of our 4-note sequence, which leaves me 3 16th notes starting on the and of 1, right? So it'd be 1 E and a 2, those 3 16th notes. That'll be my rhythmic phrase, 1 E and a 2. So it's good to figure it out, count the phrase out. It's also really good to write these down. You don't necessarily even have to write them down in notation. You've got 4 beats, so they can be represented by whatever, slashes, dots, doesn't have to be notes. But as long as you can see the rhythms that you're working with, right? It'll be a great sort of visual aid to help you get through the exercise if you're having a little bit of trouble. It's a great way to help you out with that stuff. So we're dealing with 3 16th notes starting on the and of 1. 1 E and a 2. That's our rhythm. Now that we have the rhythm and we know what it sounds like, we can take it to the bass. It's going to sound like this. So now that I'm feeling the groove in the body, what does that mean? Somebody asked me the question a little while ago. What does that mean, feeling the groove in the body? Well, it's a very natural thing. When you can start to dance to the groove and feel it in a natural way, it's almost instinctive. You can see the way I'm just sort of moving back and forth to the groove. And I am in time. I'm not rushing. I'm not lagging behind the beat. I'm just feeling that groove in a very natural way, which means it's in the body now, right? I don't have to think about it. I can talk to you and carry a conversation and still just move to the music. So now it's in here. It's instinctive now. So now that I've reached that place, I can go back to the groove that we are going to play, those 3 16th notes starting on the and of 1. 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. And then the only thing left to do, you know what it is. Take it. Here we go. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1. And remember, I'm swinging these 16th notes. Whoops. Rushed. Gotta relax. Relax. There it is. And then once it's feeling comfortable, and only when it's feeling comfortable, don't jump ahead. Play this a few times and really get it in there. And then once you're there, whoops, that was really wrong. Once you're there, then you can start to fill the space, right? Start simple. And that's that, my friends and neighbors. Again, as I said in the last video, there are many levels to this exercise, and we've only moved this phrase by 1/16th note. So we can keep moving the phrase and we can keep experimenting with different rhythms by taking one note away from our 4-note grouping. This is why I said it was important to write these down so that you can see the groupings in front of you when you play them and you know exactly where you're playing them in the bar. I hope that makes sense. Take the exercise through. Take the exercise through the entire bar. If I were to do that in this video, it would be like a half an hour long, and I don't want to do that to anybody. So I want to keep these videos nice and short and sweet so that you can focus on the topic at hand, and hopefully you like the lesson. If you do, please do click like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also donate to the channel in one of two ways. There is a link in the description box that will allow you to donate whatever amount you see fit. And there's also a little button underneath this video that says join. If you hit that, you can pay $5 a month to help to support the channel. All of the above helps in a huge way, and it is greatly appreciated. I thank you for hanging in with me. It's been a very busy time, so I apologize for being away for so long. But hopefully I can get back to a regular schedule and bring you more videos in due time. Until the next one, I will see you soon. Peace and love, y'all.